down. That's a full team kill.
God, what is that?
Another.
He's looking for a third. He's gonna get it.
Not the kill, and Vastek's gonna find another one. He finds that shot. He finds two.
He's still alive. Can he go in?
Oh my goodness.
He's gonna go bar down and give Saints the lead again.
Hello Saints Nation and welcome to another matchup here in the CCA Summer Series Division 2. My name's Dan Banner, also known as Mr. Danners, joined alongside Amanda Commanda Dupuis as we were just getting on in with the game right now, USF versus St. Clair College.
Yeah, it should be a pretty exciting game. I mean, USF is 3-4 right now. Saints, I do believe they're similar, right? Or 3-1 actually.
Yeah, so USF currently not in too bad of a spot right now in terms of league positioning, 3-4 in their own right, including a win up against Barry University, which is the #1 ranked squad as of right now at the current standings. Meanwhile, Saints, they're having themselves a bit of a rough time to start off this season, currently 1-6, but getting their first win up against, I think it was Arcadia not too long ago, I do believe anyway. But nonetheless, let's take a look at our matchup, who we have on the field right now. For this side of USF, we have Banger, we have Blake, and we have Flarp.
That's a fantastic username.
That's a funny name right there, absolutely. Then, of course, starting lineup here for your St. Clair Saints, it is going to be Nitrix, Spoons, and Comp.
Classic combination here. As you can see, they did do pretty good at Worlds, the three of them together, so it's great to see them playing together.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, it was just a crazy time there, but actually, hang on a second, nobody home from downtown. Comp is just going to snipe this one off from basically inside his own crease, from goaltender all the way to the bottom left-hand corner. Beautifully done, and that's going to get the Saints on the board nice and quick here to start off this game.
That's got to be nice for Saints mental right there. Quick goal right off of the bat, right from Saints' goal all the way to USF's goal. You see Blake is going to kind of tussle it out here with the members of St. Clair, but still, we're in the USF side of the, just as I say that, USF side of the field, so I'd have to say Saints are doing pretty well for themselves.
I mean, getting a goal nice and early, it kind of goes against what we've seen from the Saints in the longest time here, as we see Nitrix get himself a solid shot, but stopped by Banger. But in the past, it seems like the Saints have always given up the first couple of games with the attempt of the Game 2 rebound, or sometimes even the Game 3 reverse sweep attempts. As we see another solid shot there, Spoods. Really close, but Banger right there. Rebound, going to be stopped again from USF.
That was really close there. Nitrix almost got it. And just as I say that, Comp is going to score again. Comp with 2 scores early into the game.
Yeah, Banger unintentionally kind of lobbing that one up and teeing it up there for Comp. And I mean, we've seen Comp hit those kind of hard angle, high angle shots in the past, so I was able to absolutely finish the job in that regard this time by as well. And this is just perfect case scenario here for the Saints. After having a bit of a rough start to the season, having a game start off so good, it just feels good all around.
Absolutely. And I mean, right now, they're playing pretty confidently. Spoon's kind of just dancing on top of the ball there. But it looks like Saints could potentially get another goal here if all goes well. Just as I say that, Caster's Curse, Banger, looks like he might actually get a goal, but Spoods stops it just in time. Spoods going to go for a shot on the net, and he's going to score too. Okay,
beautifully done. Threading the needle and tucking it into the corner. I don't know what it is from making the plays from out of your own crease and somehow making it all the way into the net, but that's twice already out of 3 goals that the play initially started from inside our own crease, and just being able to close that out, you're just dangerous from anywhere on the field.
Oh, absolutely. Looks like Nitrix is going to give it a shot, too. Doesn't seem to make it work, but Comp is actually going to pick it up from there. There you go.
Oh, my goodness. Nitrix going to set this one up nicely, though. The little 50-50 did not go in the favor of USF, and that is just going to finish the job nice and quickly. Saints on a roll to start this off.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 4-0, that's a nice cushion to have, especially with 2 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we got to see something coming out of USF, of course. We know this team is no slouch, and we are going to see a shot on target there. Blake, a little bit of a drop shot, actually. Could have been, it's a bit of a tricky one to handle, but the Saints are going to be right there to stop it. right back into the USF zone. Maybe we'll see USF get themselves a bit of a breakout chance.
Yeah, we're seeing right now the ball is on the Saints side of the field. So, I mean, it's a little bit dangerous for Saints, but USF managed to get it back over there time and time again.
And now it's kind of playing in the midfield zone. There's Flarp trying to make a charge here, but unfortunately going to get stopped right in the corner. Not going to be able to get that shot on the target. But a minute 30 left to go in this one. Comp maybe looking for number 4, and he's going to find it.
Wow.
That's going to be goal number 5 for the Saints here in this first game. After a little bit of an awkward bounce, yeah, Flarp was basically drag racing Spoods in the corner. He beat him to the ball, but then it bounced off the wall and basically turned into a pass anyway. Unfortunate there for the side of USF, but solid job there from Comp to capitalize on the situation.
Flarp is just such a great name. It's
I
so
can't get over
good.
that either, I know.
Looks like Comp gonna try again. Can he get number 5 for himself? Nitrix trying to help him out, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna quite work. Blake's trying to make something work though.
I mean, Nitrix, he's the only one without a goal on the board. He has a bunch of assists, of course, but looking for maybe goal number 1 for himself here in this game. I see him around the midfield looking for Flarp maybe for the interception, but it's going to end up being Flarp all the way into the Saints zone, sky high, but it's going to go wide.
1 minute remaining. It's going to be a little bit difficult here for FSU to actually manage to tie at this point, but I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, possible, but improbable. I definitely do think at this point here, USF's just like counting the time down, just hoping for game number 2, to say the least. But of course, that is the beauty of best of 5s. Just clean the slate and come back for the next one. Absolutely.
Spoods trying to get another one here. Can he do it? Oh, just a little too low there for the ball, but Flarp is going to take it over to the Saints side. Nitrix going to take it back, though.
Oh, and this is going to be his opportunity here. He's looking for the solo play, but he is not going to be able to get past Banger, which is interesting there. Normally, I don't think of Nitrix as the one trying to air dribble it all the way into the net himself,
yeah.
But pulling out, giving it the shot, and to be fair, it was close.
Nitrix we usually see kind of sitting back a little bit, be more of like the assist player, I tend to find.
Yep, there it is. He is going to get himself on the board. Nice. Last second for goal number 6. After Comp sets him up this time. Again, Flarp makes the initial clearing attempt, awkward bounce, and absolutely tucks it right into the bottom left-hand, or the top left-hand corner.
Beautiful. That means each of our Saints players have gotten at least 1 goal this game.
Absolutely. Time taken down, ball hits the ground. That is going to be it for game number 1. A dominating showing here for the St. Clair Saints gold roster in this start. Kind of like the old, or the Saints of old that we saw during the last season, during the Worlds kind of season. So it's what we like to see here for the Saints side of things.
Oh, absolutely. And it looks like we're going to be getting into the next match very shortly here.
We know they don't like to waste any time.
Yeah, they're usually pretty good with readying up and being excited to start the next match here.
Absolutely. Taking a quick look over to the Twitch chat, of course. We see Mama Spoods there in the chat saying, Comp, he is back. Yes, that's exactly it. After a game like that, I cannot disagree.
Exactly.
But can that stick for the whole series, though? That'll be the question in my mind. But we'll have to see. Starting off game number 2 right now.
Yeah. Early kind of taking the ball here by Nitrix and Comp. They're going to try to keep it away from their side of the...
Okay.
Wow, that was really close. And we see some demos coming out from Blake and Nitrix, a double demo. Saints going to try to score on the net for FSU, but doesn't look like it's going to happen.
I mean, to be fair, across both of the divisions for either gold or greens matches, that's been something I've been seeing a lot more in this season specifically. Just demos all over the place to kind of shatter the Saints' momentum.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I mean, if we take a look at the records, it's been working for the most part. But that first game, it seemed very, very clean. Like, there was like no demos whatsoever. Not even really any bumps.
Yeah, it was very much, everybody gave each other the space that they kind of needed to play. And wow, and just as I say that, Blake is going to take out Nitrix again. They really do not like each other.
All right, getting feisty, but okay, Comp looking for, that would have been what, goal number 5 of the entire series, goal number 6 on the series. Definitely would have added another one to the tally, and he's going to get it this time by. Yeah. Beautifully done after the pass from Nitrix puts him dead center.
That would be number 6 for Comp today, I do believe. So that's, he's on a roll today.
And then to go back to the demo thing too, that's the one of the big things about Comp specifically as well. If you give him the space to play around, he's definitely one of the most dangerous players out there. But if you kind of like constantly have the pressure on him and don't let him play around with it, not that he's playing around with it even, but if you give him the chance to think even,
yeah,
he seems to capitalize and convert those into goals time and time again, as we see Flarp on target, but Spoods, holy smokes, what a save.
Yeah, that was a really close save there by Spoods. Excellent work. You can see Blake is going to try to go onto this goal again, but Comp is going to knock it out of the net.
That was a sharp angle shot, but I think that would have made it there, so the save was still absolutely necessary. And USF finding themselves some more offensive opportunities, but it must hurt still being down 1-0 so quickly into the game.
Oh, absolutely. But, I mean, it's not as bad as 5-0 with a minute left on the clock.
That is fair.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, I think they still are in this. They're still trying their best. Blake, very close there. Almost got another goal. Blake is being very offensive this game.
Absolutely. Whether it's the most clean or like solid of shots, it does not matter. Just get it towards the net. Funny things happen when the ball is in the crease. We see now Spoos getting his own rebound, but a good save from Blake to stop that double touch from going down.
We're going to see Comp going to take the ball. Can he get number 7? Let's find out. Blake is going to stop that from happening. Flarp trying to throw it across the map, but didn't quite work. Comp trying again, and he gets it. Inadvertently, he gets it.
Oh my goodness, what on earth just happened here? Okay, so Nitrix was running a little bit of interference inside of the crease, but Flarp, oh no, he catches it with the wing of the car, but not quite enough to actually push it out. So that is going to be another one. Comp absolutely on fire here today in this matchup.
Yeah, we're going to see Comp trying again. Oh my gosh, if he had gotten that and gotten number 8 for the day, oh my goodness, that would have been insane. Spood's going to try to stop the ball here, but manages to be successful. Flarp going to try to take it away, see if he can get a goal, but Nitrix is going to stop that right in his tracks. One
of the funniest times from watching Saints Rocket League, like once Comp gets going, maybe he starts feeling himself a little bit too much. Sometimes we see one of two things happen. Either the most absolute God-tier thing ever, or just absolute spaghetti moment. We'll see what happens, because I think he's about borderline on that moment after having so many goals in this series.
Borderline spaghetti Comp.
Spaghetti Comp, and sure enough, 2 games, 2 hat tricks. Beautifully done there after a demo comes down in the corner. I do believe Spood's right there. I mean, if there's no goaltender, you just got to knock it in. Just absolute team clutchness all around.
Saints are doing great. I mean, it's a 3-0 right now. A minute 40 left on the clock. FSU definitely can come back from this, but Saints are looking pretty strong. Comp gonna try again, and he does it again. That's 9 goals for Comp this entire series. That's insane.
Okay, this is just getting unlucky. Like, I don't even know what to call that one. Like, Blake had the right idea, was charging directly at it. You didn't think anything was threatening about that challenge. Who would have thought that the roof would have been the one taking the shot in that case?
Was it a trick shot? Like, did he mean to do it that way? I don't know. It just seems either like insane luck or crazy skill.
Either way, we still have pressure on, and just remind me to not to challenge Comp at the billiards table. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Comp finds these angles out of nowhere, apparently. But continued pressure with that 4-goal lead with less than a minute and a half on the clock. I mean, things are looking really good right now for your Saints.
Oh, absolutely. Right now, they're doing a pretty good job of even keeping the ball out of their half. And just as I say that, Blake is going to come up, try to take a shot on the net. We're going to see Banger try as well, but Spoos is going to take it away, go towards the side of FSU, see if he can make something work. But Flarp doesn't want to let that happen. Flarp has an open net for a second there, but didn't manage to capitalize upon it.
That's where the defense of the Saints tricks you. You think you have the opportunity, the open area to just go for it, until all of a sudden you just get sideswiped out of nowhere. You see yet another offensive opportunity here for the Saints. Spoots nearly setting up Comp for another one, but it's going to be the crossbar down, which, to be fair, at this point, you don't need really any more goals. Just keep killing the time. Of course, we're still going to be trying for goals, but you don't necessarily need to at this point.
Exactly. I mean, 4-0, 20 seconds left. You kind of just make sure that, you know, don't let any goals happen on your net. Play a little bit more passive, unless you want to be absolutely crazy and just try to score on them as many times as you can in the last 20 seconds, which would be very insane to do. But it looks like Saints are trying anyways.
Yeah, Flarp with the last-ditch effort there to try and at least get one on the board, but Nitrix, before it even got off his bumper, was right there to interfere with it. So game number 2 going to go into the Saints' favor once again, dominating fashion once again, and Comp just finding basically all the finishing touches, but it was a full team effort there, whether it shows on the board or not. It shows Nitrix there with 2 assists, but if the scoreboard actually counted assists based off of demos, Spoods would have like 3 assists that game.
Oh, absolutely.
Going into game number 3, of course, not going to waste any time. Can Saints pull off the 3-0 sweep? That would definitely be surprising. I would not have expected that to be the case with how the season had been going so far. And when looking at the scoreboard, I was expecting a solid fight out of this University of South Florida squad. But of course, series is not done just yet. I do not want to commentators curse this, so we'll have to see as Comp looking for another one, but this time getting shut down pretty quickly.
You never know when you'll see a reverse sweep, and usually it's, you know, commentators curse that causes it, I find.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to be very, very careful. There's certain phrases I don't say on the stream anymore for specific reasons, but even though it would definitely explain the scenario, to say the least. But nonetheless, Flarp trying again, try and find some offense, but just ends up going right back into the USF zone for just a second. Spood's going to interfere. Nice little slowdown there. It makes Banger think twice.
USF definitely looking a little bit stronger this game than last. I mean, they've been up close to Saints' goals net. Very, wow, we're going to see the roof being used again, but it looks like Spoods is going to take it away here, even though Flarp wants to intercept. And they want to try to... Oh, Banger's going to try to make a goal here, but doesn't quite work out in his favor.
Just the slightest of touches there from Spoods is going to make it hit the post instead. So some solid opportunities, some good effort coming out here from the side of the University of South Florida. Banger is going to actually find this one, tucks it under after the pass from Flarp is right in the center. Just take a look right here as well, right off the wall, and sure enough, it's Banger versus Comp, and nice. Just tucks it right to the left of them. And that's going to be USF getting their first lead and their first goal, I think, in this game.
Wow.
Or in the series.
Yeah, that was, that might be all they need, really, to get back. Because once you get that one goal, it does, like, wonders for your mental.
Absolutely. Just to even now have the lead on top of that.
Yeah.
Like, the doomer mindset that could sometimes, like, fall upon you after a couple hard losses in a row does alleviate for just a little bit, but you want to get at least one more for that extra little bit of insurance. So if we're going to know that University of South Florida is not going to just call it quits there. That being said, though, they were kind of stuck for a second. Nitrix getting a little feisty.
Yeah, Nitrix getting some demos this this series. We're seeing him kind of come out of his shell and just absolutely, like, literally destroy people.
Absolutely, and actually going to get another opportunity here. Flarp is up in the skies there with him, though. Going to be able to push this one over to the side by himself. Does have Blake there for a little assistance. Going to get past both of the Saints defenders that did double commit, but at least Spoods was back here for the additional defense.
Yeah, Saints, so far this game, kind of struggled to keep it in the orange side here. But, I mean, it looks like Spoods is trying to change that with Comp and Jay. Actually, as I say that, Blake might actually... Oh my goodness.
Oh.
His own teammate stops him from the score there.
I mean, that was either going to be an unfortunate team play or the ultimate fake out that nearly turned out if the third player of USF was able to actually score that one. But unfortunately, maybe the tension's kind of getting to USF a little bit because, yeah, that did look like an individual, like, double tap kind of play. But the second player of USF coming in to slow it down just threw it off a little bit, to say the least.
Looks like Nitrix going to try to dribble this ball up here to the net. Comp is ready for a pass if need be, but... you know, we're going to see him kind of dive in, try to make something work. Is he going to go for goal number 10 of the series? We'll have to see.
Double digits in a series would absolutely be fantastic, especially if this does end up being a 3-0, and he's going to find it. He's going to brute force it, too. Like, just like football, you get the handoff and you just run through everybody and hope for the best. But just threads the needle through everybody. And again, how many near misses have we seen for Flarp, unfortunately, where he's in the right spot but just could not get the right contact on it?
Just a millisecond too late, or just hits the wrong side of his car. He's so close every time.
Yeah, so close. That is going to be the tying goal here. Saints with a minute 30 to try and either take this 3-0 sweep, or we will be going to overtime unless USF has some sort of, I call it a miracle, just based off of the kind of pace and tempo that we've been seeing from the game so far in this series. But it's still very possible for USF to pull something out of a hat.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that was so close right there. I saw another goal for, I do believe that was Spoods that was up there.
Yep, the Nitrix also trying to keep this one in. Spoods shot on target, but there is somebody available. There we go. Flarp is going to pull this one aside. Actually take it himself. He doesn't have much boost, but he got it right into the Saints' crease. If he has some backup, could maybe turn this into an opportunity. Here comes Banger. Ball goes up to Spoods, though. And Blake doesn't have enough boost. It's almost turned into a reverse opportunity then for the Saints. But still, tied 1-1.
We are back and forth. This is a different USF than Game 1 for sure.
Absolutely. Blake, a little bit of a collision here. Going to just hold everybody up. Looking for maybe the pass in the center. Does have a teammate there. Shot on target, and Banger is going to put it into the net. Goal number 2 of the game. After a little bit of a scrap in the corner, Blake was still able to find the centering pass and put it through.
Can Saints tie this up, or will they be going to Game 4? That is the question. To see the answer in just a few moments here.
Absolutely. Don't have much time on the clock to make this happen, but maybe see goal number 11 from Comp, or get a couple there from any other Saints as well. I'll have to see in just a moment's time, but with being the Saints zone, it's a little bit scary. Spoods going to take it himself. I think there's only the one defender. He does get past it. He's going to go through. Beautifully done from Spoods. I think he's slowed down just for a second here. I want to take a look. Yeah, he lifted off the boost as Flarp was going to challenge him, meaning that Flarp just absolutely full sent it past him, leaving Spoods with a breakaway opportunity.
That was beautiful, and it looks like we're going to have 5 seconds here. Either somebody can get a goal, or we're going to go into overtime, and it looks like we're going to go into overtime.
There it is, yep. So after the big brain play coming out there from Spoods, we're going to have ourselves a tied game. Let's see if USF can pull this one off and bring this to a game number 4. Otherwise, I think this is going to be the Saints Gold roster's first 3-0 sweep in their favor of the season, which would definitely be a feel-good moment. But at the same time, though, USF, they don't want to add another loss to their tally, of course, but they're going to actually be Spoods to secure it and just end it just like that. That one confused me a little bit. What on earth just happened? He just double touched it himself. Holy smokes, He gets the angle, catching me off guard. But just like that, that is the overtime winner. Absolutely insane stuff coming out here from the Saints roster today. Just looked like the Saints that we were used to seeing in the last season, so to speak, in terms of how absolutely dominant that was. But definitely unexpected, to say the least. That felt weird, kind of. Yeah,
it was totally more of a sweep than I was expecting. And like you said, that was the #1 team in their division right now, or
no? The USF squad did beat Barry, which is currently shown as the top team. If I'm reading this correctly. Yeah, Barry University's only loss as of right now was to USF. So I'm going into this match thinking, okay, if this is the team that beat currently in the standings the first team, there must be something like pretty sick about this USF team.
Yeah, exactly.
That being said, like even in past seasons, USF has always been good. But this could all just come down to the Saints just being absolutely on their game beyond what we've seen so far in this season, and even into some of the world season. Like that just seemed, it wasn't necessarily clean. There's a lot of bounces that went their way, but just domination.
Absolutely. Like you can see the Saints have definitely been improving, maybe getting used to working together as this new team, and just kind of, figuring out what works for us, what doesn't work for us. Because they can't be the same team they were last year. They kind of have to be a new team. They have a new member. It's a little bit of a shakeup, but it seems like they're handling it pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we kind of got the first taste of that shakeup when Worlds happen. There's a reason why, even though Rocket League is a 3-player competitive game, we bring 4, we bring 5 for situations like what happened at Worlds. With Jay unfortunately getting sick at the time of the World Finals, and Nitrix came in and he was able to pretty much just pick up where Jay left off. Now in a position where we're seeing a lot more of Nitrix as of late, and for the most part, like he's been playing absolutely like fantastic in his own right. But there's just been a lot of hard and honestly like heartbreaking games because not like the Saints were 1-6 going into this. It's not like they were getting 3-0'd every game, if I do recall correctly. Like these were some closer games that just did not go their way. There's 2 3-0s and there's 2 Game 5 losses as well in there, alongside a Game 4 loss. So like these are hard-fought battles that just unfortunately didn't go in their favor. But they finally get what was, I guess, kind of coming in the long run. Finally get a little bit of good luck on their side today.
Absolutely. And I mean, if they could beat FSU, who beat the top of the division team, I mean, maybe they can beat the top of the division team. We'll have to see.
I was tried so hard not to make that meme. It's like, wait a second. If Barry University is the top team, but University of South Florida beat Barry University, but we beat USF, does that mean we're the top? let's
Stonks.
Absolutely. But that being said, absolutely everybody crushed it here today, one way or another. Big shout out to Spoods as well. Of course, had a couple goals in his own right, but was just playing absolutely madness and interference in the crease so many times as well. The scoreboard may not show it, but that is an absolute clutch moment in its own right. Everybody just absolutely all over the place. Beautifully done.
Exactly. And I mean, we saw Comp too with those 10 goals in the series. That's insane.
You can't knock that. Like, I always be careful because I don't want to give Comp an ego, so to speak. You don't want to feed the ego a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
But after a game like that, by all means, celebrate. That was a fantastic game. But of course, team effort as well. It might have been 10 goals, but God knows what it could have been if there wasn't the person setting you up in the first place, right? But with that is going to be a quick one here for us tonight here. The match already done, but that being said, it's not going to be technically the Saints or the end of Saints Rocket League tonight. If you do wish, I'm going to double check here right now because we are also going to be featured on College Carball. That is going to be for our green squad going up against West Virginia University tonight at 8:45. So we're going to actually host them in just a quick second here. So if you do stay on our channel, you'll be transferred over to College Carball and get to root on our Saints a little bit later on tonight up against West Virginia. I know they too having a little bit of a rougher time, currently 1-7 in Division 1. But West Virginia, another team having a little bit of tough time though, 3-5 as of right now. So maybe we'll see win number 2 in the books here for Saints, and maybe see both of our Saints squads walk away with the W tonight. Yeah,
that would be super interesting to see. I mean, tomorrow I do believe we have some Rocket League. We have Rocket League all week, really.
When isn't there Rocket League for the Saints at this rate here? But yes, there is going to be absolutely some more as well. Be sure to join us here tomorrow at 9 o'clock as well. It is going to be a Division 1 matchup. It's going to be St. Clair Saints Green up against Ball State University, which is currently dead center in the 6th spot. However, they are 4-1, so that's a scary team as well. And of course, still plenty of other matches coming up as well. So if you do want to make sure you catch everything, first off, join our Discord. !Discord has the stream schedule right on there as of the time being. Let's be honest here. Sometimes they do switch kind of randomly at the last moment. But then, of course, our social medias as well to catch everything live.
Yep. Any of our socials, Saints Gaming CA, find us on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. You'll be able to find out all of the good news about our streams, wins, losses, all that kind of good stuff.
And plenty of good things to come around here, of course, with the arena about to be completed here. Academy being introduced. There is going to be so much to try and keep track of. As if following collegiate esports at Saints wasn't hard enough, we're going to have even more, but we are going to try and figure out ways to make it more digestible. So at the end of the day, big thank you to everybody for tuning in. We will be closing it out here for today unless you have any other last words for the matchup.
Nope, other than Saints did great today. I'm proud of them.
Absolutely. After a match like that,
yeah,
absolutely.
Pat on the back for that one.
Absolutely. Clutching it up. That being said, we'll call it a night for now. We'll see you at College Carball's channel for the green matchup at 8:45. If not, we'll see you tomorrow for some more Saints Rocket League.